What's going on, Don? Hey, man, it was really good meeting you, and I appreciate everything you did. I didn't realize that my palm trees were in such dire straits, but I'm glad that you're able to look at them and tell me what's going on with them. So I appreciate it more than you know, man. All right, so I wanted to give you a little bit of an overview on this Osceola Youth Baseball and what we can do. And basically, I typed in Baseball Camp Orlando. I wanted to see what comes up. And the first thing that comes up is this Terry Rooney, baseballcamps.com. And the reason I wanted that was interesting for me to look at was because I wanted to see what the competition would be like to rank for this to begin with. All right, so this is a tool that I use to see the strength of a website. This website in particular has, okay, the root domain has 13 and 17. Now, trust flow is basically how much like Google trusts this site, that it's really a good site. And it is obviously all about sports, and they've done a good job building the site. Actually, this is substantially well done. So trust flow is 21, 24, and just to give you an idea of what that means, if we look at league lineup /CFL USA, yours comes up with a trust flow of 0, citation flow of 0. Okay, so you would never be able to compete with that website based on what's going on behind the scenes for your site. Now, you probably already knew that intuitively, but there's ways we can change that. Now, I would not recommend actually spending your time strengthening this website because it's owned by leaguelineup.com. You would want, for your own lead generation website, you would want it to be something else that we control directly. That way, these guys could shut this off or change the rules on us, and then we wouldn't have anything to show for it. So, all right. So, and what I would do is essentially go out and look for a website about baseball on auction, and I would buy it and rebuild it according to your specs. And and then what we could do is redirect anyone that is actually on the site and they're like wanting to buy t-shirts or this stuff, then we could redirect them back to this site to actually make the purchase, since this is already set up. So that's my initial thought. As far as competition, it's pretty significant. You got 4.8 million results we would be up against. Usually my rule of thumb is I'll go up against 1 million, not even blink. When I go up against 4 million, it's actually what I'm up against for St. Cloud Tree Service company, or somewhere. I think maybe it's 2 million. I don't know. Let's just see. So here we are, St. Cloud Tree Service Company. Oh, I got 1.8 million results that I'm fighting against, and right now we are number 1 on the map, okay, as you can see. And then we're on Yelp here, so we take up 2 spots on the first page. Let me see if I've got, and then this is an ad that I'm running. This is the 3rd spot on the first page. And in that ad, that unfortunately I'm spending about $18 to $20 a day on the advertising, and that's really where we're getting most of our leads right now. But we come up organically on the 2nd page. You see that. So I'm still building this out, but if we just take this and look at the quality of the site, in other words, these trust flow and citation flow, you'll see that this is 24 and 31. And this site is, let me see when I bought it. It's not very old. Let me grab it here. And the reason I'm pointing this out is just because we can actually go up against, I bought it on April 23rd. So here we are in July, right? So May, June, July. So it's almost 3 months old. And this is our profile, trust flow of 24, citation flow of 31. And if we look at back at that competitor there for the baseball. Hang on, I'm sorry, it's taken me a minute to get back to it. Theirs is 22 and 35. So we can compete with that all day long and capture some of this traffic that this person's generating. The other thing we can do is actually create a page on the website that's called Terry Rooney Baseball, and that may actually pull some traffic over to you as well. Now, look, I don't know who Terry is. I don't know if you guys are like close friends or something like that. Maybe you're thinking I'm like a horrible person for saying that, but we would never publish anything that's belligerent or negative about Terry Rooney. We'd say, hey, we're a great business and we book up from time to time, and if we're booked, we highly recommend that you talk to Terry Rooney. So it's just a way of it's like a super ninja way of getting people to find us online. The second result was this, I don't know, Quinco Academy. And just to look at this website real quick, the Terry Rooney Baseball, what I see immediately off the bat is they have quite a few pages. Here, it's long scrolling. They've got all of their information on here, FAQs. Let me just see what they've got. Again, this is not a real sophisticated website. It's not like there's a ton of content, and we can compete against this all day, every day. It's just it's just not scaring me at all. So okay, and then let me just run a little analysis on Google, or let's look at the Quinco real quick Academy. I can never get back there. It's U.S. Baseball Academy. So that's probably some kind of... Okay, now this is a nice site. Very cool. We can do all this video stuff. I do it all the time, to give it some pizzazz. Doesn't allow me to stop it, so. But real quick, they have actually a bigger site. I don't know. Hey, sorry, man. I don't even know how to stop this. I'm gonna have to just close it. Oof! Wow. Sorry, dude. Okay. So again, I don't really have a real concern there. Let's just go back into Google one more time and look up baseball coach or individual baseball coaching. Individual baseball coaching. So let's just say St. Cloud. Now there is a St. Cloud, Minnesota. So this may be, let me just put Florida in here as a differentiation here. Coach up, YugoProBaseball.com. I don't know if you know who that is. Who is this about? John Madden. I don't know if you know who John Madden is. He's done a good job on his site. He's got quite a bit of content, pitching bundle. And then let me just take a look at his quality of his site. Yeah, we can compete with that too. That's not a big deal. All right. Well, hey, that sums it up. And, especially if you have a location, what we would want to do is create what they call local citations, which is to publish the name, the address, and the phone number all over the web through directories like Super Pages and Yellow Pages and all that, and Yelp, Foursquare. There's tons of them, and that will also increase our visibility online. But this is so niche-y. We really could create something. We just have to have a funnel in place where, if they call you and they want training, you have a place to get them to and all that. So, but it's completely doable. And I don't know if you can give lessons in St. Cloud now. I know you said Melbourne. You're looking at a facility over there. So it would be really super good if you knew that in the next year you wanted to have this really up and running. If I had a year to build it, that would be really good, because these things grow like plants. Like I basically plant the seed and then it grows to a small tree, and then it grows to be a big tree, and Google sees it kind of like growing over time. And so if we have time on our side, it's not too early to just put up some content and kind of get that seed in the ground and get it growing and position for you for next year. All right. If you, like I said, have any questions, give me a call.